Surfer here, guys, with another video. We're gonna go down to the beach and see what's going on here. We got like a crazy storm coming in, ton of rain. You can't surf this stuff. The waves are nuts. The water's brown and it ain't chocolate, guys. Don't go in it, don't drink it, okay? It's bad, it's really bad. So there's not a single surfer, there's not a single person in the sand at the beach here. When you see that, time to go to Disneyland, time to go home, go somewhere else, don't do this. All right, so I'm gonna go down and show you guys a little bit about what's going on, and we're gonna talk about the banks, all right? And it is really windy down here, but still bright enough for sunglasses. It's quite amazing. But I wanna tell you a little bit about what's going on with the banking system. If you guys are not paying attention to the banking system, you're gonna be, you could potentially have a rude awakening. Surfer, like make them your best friend. Balances in your bank instead. I don't know which banks are gonna be affected by it. But one of the things you need to know is that there's a thing called fractional reserve banking. And every one of the banks, credit unions do it. And that is they take $1 from you and they're only required to hold anywhere from 3 to 10% of that dollar. Okay? That's it. Everything else is invested. It goes bye-bye. It's in your home, it's in my home, it's in that dude's home up there. Let's see. There you go, in his home. It's not there, it's gone. Why is that important? Well, if I go to take my money out and you go to take your money out, and 3 to 5% of us go to take money out of that bank, there's a bank run, guys. There's no money left. So that is a huge issue. So how do we fix that? Do we go take all of our money out of the bank today? Well, I can tell you if we all do that at the same time, we're gonna cause a bank run. And frankly, I don't want a bank run. I don't want to see all these regional banks go down. I think they play an important part in our society right now, in our economy. So I'm not telling you to go take all your money out of the bank right now, but what I am telling you is it's probably worth having some of your cash at home in case there's a bank holiday, which is the bank shutting down for a period of time. That can happen on the weekend. It can last a couple weeks. If the bank goes down, the government's already told us that your money's FDIC insured. So if you trust the government, then you can trust your money's gonna be safe. And if that does happen, then you also have the option of waiting for your money to come, but it could take a few weeks for it to come. So on the safe side, I would say you really want to at least have a couple weeks worth of cash, or at least a weekend's worth of cash to be safe. And I also have money that I have for my personal that I need to pay my bills and everything else, okay? And I got my direct deposit that comes in from my day job. So there's gonna be a fair amount of money that's still sitting in my bank account. What I'm not doing is putting all my savings in the bank. What am I doing? Well, first off, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a surfer down at a beach that is brown and has a ton of contaminated water, so I can't go surfing for a really long time here. Kind of bummed about that. So what do we do? What am I gonna do? All right, well, first thing I'm gonna do, or I have been doing, I guess I should say, is I've got some money at my house, right? So we just talked about that briefly. I've got money at my house, and that can hold me over if something happens. Second, okay, number 2, I've got multiple banks. In case one bank goes down, I've got another bank I can pull funds from, all right? Number 3, I don't leave my savings in the bank. It's in precious metals, gold and silver, okay? I like to hold those, and I think they're smart for everybody to get. After all, this is a stacking channel, all right? So what kind of gold and silver? Well, you're gonna have to wait for another video for that. I got a ton of information I'll be sharing with you there. So anyway, there's the beach again. So what do I do for stacking? Primarily in this situation here, I'm looking for stacking silver at the lowest cost that I can get the silver at. I'm also stacking what we call junk silver or constitutional silver because it has the ability for bartering. Heaven forbid we go into a bartering situation and the banking system goes down really hard. I don't wish that. I don't want that to happen. And I have PTSD from 2008 on that, and maybe that'll be a story for another day, but I really don't want that happening. Last thing that I like to do with all of this is I also like to have some emergency food around in case there's chaos and banks have problems. I don't want to have to go down to the store and go buy food. I'd like to have some of it at my house. So we're not talking about hoarding here, folks. we're talking about being prepared, all right? So I think that's important too. So I'm gonna show you guys just a little bit of the beach here. And if you're surfing or you're thinking about going surfing and you come down here and there's no one in the water, that's a sign that you shouldn't get in there. It's really rough right now. These are crap waves, you wouldn't surf them anyway, but I don't know if you can tell, but the water is completely brown from runoff from all the storms we've had. Well, that looks like chocolate, and it is not chocolate, people. Oh my, disgusting. If you can hear me very well. Uh-oh. Oh, this thing's got a mind of its own here. All right, there we go. Okay. So look, the surfer's hair is getting kind of trashed out here. I don't know, but at least I got hair to get trashed. All right, if you don't have hair, I feel you. I think I'm starting to lose some of mine, and it's freaking me out a little bit. Now, you look at my hair and you say, this guy's got a ton of hair. Well, this is about this is about 2/3 of what I had about 2 years ago. It just keeps getting thinner. So just imagine, this was like Elvis's hair. It was just nuts. Matter of fact, they called me Elvis in high school because I had so much hair and it stuck up all over the place. So go figure. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick here with the banking system is difference between a regional, which could be a small regional bank and a credit union, and a big bank. There are differences, folks. I like the smaller banks. I like to be able to know who I'm working with, and I like to know that they're not all over ESG, and you know, they're looking out for me. I'm a small guy too, so I like that. Big banks, not so much. However, I think there's a time and place for both of them. And if I were you guys, I would look at having an account at a smaller local bank as well as one of the big guys, all right? All right. Let me just get up here for a second so you can hear me a little better. So stackingsurfer here. Thank you for joining me today. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, that helps people find this video. Also subscribe and hit the bell icon so you guys can get more awesome videos and shots of my crazy hair. All right. So thank you for stopping by. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, look at that. Crazy waves. They're brown. It's supposed to be blue. Do not go in brown waves, all right?